Hola, all signs. Welcome to your reading for, what is it, August 5th to August 11th. So this is the weekly reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. Your email is on the page that you're viewing, and we can set something up. So we are going to start off with Leos because it is your month. Leos, you all are having, I feel like, financial situations. You're having money problems, actually. I feel like you're very worried about them. And I actually feel like the money problems are so bad, or the situation in regards to paying the bills or anything practical wise is on the downswing. So you're trying to do everything that you kind of can to get that on the upswing. Not to be stereotypical, but you guys definitely like to have lavish things, and things are a little more pricey, so that could be part of the problem. But I also see that you all are making the decision to move away to a better place. So some of you actually might be downsizing. So where you're living now, you realize maybe your expenses are too much. You're deciding to move away to a smaller place, sell some things, get rid of some things. But wherever you're moving to, you're deciding to move to, it's going to remedy your situation or get you in a better place than you are right now in regards to finances or practical matters. Virgos, you all are getting over some kind of traumatic, something, a very painful ending, something that was very traumatizing. Might have been a betrayal, might have felt like all these sores that were put into your back, but you're moving on, you're healing from it, which I think is awesome that you guys aren't holding on to it. And the death card is here, the card of Scorpio, and I really feel like you guys are 100% moving on from it. You kind of decided, I'm over, I'm done with this, I'm going to purge this situation, I'm going to burn it to the ground until there's nothing but ashes, and I'm walking away from it, and I'm not looking back, I'm not looking in the rearview mirror, which I think is very good for you all. It doesn't have to be a relationship, it could be any kind of situation, but I like that you're making the definitive decision to walk away, and walk away for good this week. Libras, you all are having a situation where you want to have a connection with somebody. We have the Lover's card here, which is the card of Gemini. You want to have a connection with someone. You want to have a deep connection with somebody. It can be a colleague, a partnership, a romantic partnership. Remember, this is a general reading, but I think you're having a really hard time doing that and bringing that to you, okay? It might be because of how you kind of view things. Maybe you have a limited view. Maybe you have tunnel vision. Whatever your perspective is, it's actually causing setbacks and delay for you to have a connection with somebody who is the one, or someone who is the yin to your yang, or somebody who is your equal or mirrors you. So you're having some difficulty with that. You're also kind of making a decision in regards to that. What are you going to do about that? You're deciding that this needs to change, okay? And you know that saying, they say if you don't change, you're choosing, okay? It's one or the other. So I feel like that's what you all are going through this week. Scorpios, you have a big challenge going on. You feel like giving up. You feel like it's overwhelming. There's nothing you can kind of do about it to hold it off. It might be opposition. It might be a bunch of people disagreeing in something that you stood up for. And you're kind of done and you're over with it, over it. You realize there's nothing you can do to change the process or change these people's minds or change this person's mind. So you just kind of say, I'm done, and you throw your hands up in the air. But after this happens, this huge change happens, you kind of realize why it happened and why it went down the way that it did. You're going to come out of it and you're going to have a broader perspective or a different way of thinking things. It's going to change what you believe in or how you looked at things before. It's going to be really eye-opening. So instead of fighting with it or kind of licking your wounds, I would kind of go with it, because I feel like something's going to come better. Something better is going to come out of it. Sagittarius, this week, I feel like you have not been, I feel like somebody has been trying to talk to you, trying to approach you. A lot of communication has been going one way, and I just feel like you've been a little lackluster coming the other way. That can be for a lot of reasons. Maybe you're tired, maybe you're just not that into what this person has to say. You're not really that interested. But I think after a while, this person started to notice, and they started to question the connection with you, whether it was romantic or friendship. So they decided, well, if this person isn't going to reciprocate back or whatever, I'm just gonna stop talking to them, okay? And then it turns around and then you try to start talking to them, or you're trying to communicate with them and you're not getting anything back. So I think your realization this week is that you really need to nurture and foster connections that you have in order for them to be maintained in order for them to grow. You're working on reciprocity in your friendships, respecting people, mutual respect, so that you can keep connections like that, and realizing, keep the valuable people around and make sure you water the flowers that are important to you. Capricorn, you guys walked away from something because it was not working. We have the Death card in the upright, which is a card of Scorpio, if that resonates. But whatever it was, you were trying and trying, it wasn't working. It wasn't a harmonious situation. Could have been with a group of people. And you're just deciding at this point, no matter what we do, this isn't going to work out. Let's just be done with this and let's figure out something new, or let's just move on to something new, okay? And you decide there's no going back from this. I feel like you tried to do it several times. There was an attempt to do it several times. You really gave it your best college try, but it's just not working out. So it's good that you realized you totally need to walk away from it and just start new, basically. Aquarius says, there is a connection here. We have the Lover's card in the upright. I feel like there was a problem kind of starting out. Whatever happened, this connection you have with this person, there was disappointment, there was sadness, there was a altercation of some sort, which kind of brought this about. Emotionally, you were really sad. But I think you're working on the connection this week. You're working on reconnecting because you realize you have a lot in common with this person, and the two of you don't want to kind of let that go, okay? You have a connection that no other people have. So I feel like for this week, despite the sadness and the sorrow and the disappointments that you guys have went through, you're really going to try to reconnect and make that happen. Pisces, your judgment was off and is going to be off in regards to something this week. And we have the Temperance card here in reverse, which is a card of Sagittarius. But I feel you guys are kind of going back and forth, realizing that maybe you were too judgy in regards to a situation. You didn't see it clearly. You might have gone ahead and been a little hasty in regards to just deciding on something or somebody. So now with the Temperance card, you're trying to you're trying to moderate your feelings, but it's not working out. You're still having very strong feelings about it and what you did and how your judgment was off in regards to this situation. So you're going to try to reconcile with that this weekend. Aries, heartbreak going on here. Heartbreak, loss, a breakup of some sort, maybe a betrayal, feeling like your heart got pierced, all that good stuff that comes with the Three of Swords. And I feel like with the King of Swords, you're trying to change this situation, or somebody else is trying to change the situation. They kind of feel like if they use their mind, they can manipulate the situation to go a different way, or they can play mind games, or they can get things to go the way that they want them to go and kind of reverse this from happening or stop this from happening. Or they just might be vengeful. So that's what I feel like you all are going through this week, or you're doing that to somebody else. Taurus, you have the Eight of Swords in the upright with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You all are realizing that you're really in your mind and you're self-imprisoned in regards to the way that you think about things. And I mean, you're realizing how that's really shallow. And it comes out of fear of losing things. So I kind of feel like you're going to have this realization that the way that you guys think is not working for you, and it's not a very good way to think. So I'm hoping that Eight of Swords is going to get turned around next week or the following week, because you're going to see how that's kind of holding you back. Geminis, you all are standing up and being the boss this week. You are creating boundaries in regards to somebody. You are saying, this is how things are going to go. This is how things are going to be. Like it or not, this is what I'm saying, and this is just how it's going to be. Could be an Aries, because we Emperor card in the upright. He restores order to chaos. He demands things be a certain way, and somebody's not very happy about it. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's kind of thrown them off emotionally, and they're like, wait, what just happened here? They're probably going to use a lot of emotionally manipulating tactics to try to get you to bend your ways or what have you. Don't listen to it. You don't need to listen to it. Just keep it moving and stick to your boundaries. And then finally, Cancers, I feel like you all are a little bit too overly dependent. Somebody's a little bit too overly dependent on you, or you are. and maybe this person's trying to get your attention, or they're trying to get you to do something or what have you, and they're actually upping the ante. They really want your attention, so they might even start doing things like talking about you to try to get a reaction out of you or what have you. If I were you, I wouldn't play into those games this week. I would just kind of keep your head high and don't even kind of notice whatever they're trying to do to try to poke you a little bit. Okay, so good luck to you guys. If this resonates, consider a personal reading. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.